Hi, Joyce here, and today we are talking about if you're tired of the rat race and if you're scared or if you already had a burnout, the reason why probably all that has happened. So if you're serious into becoming more as a leader and an entrepreneur and really reaching your full potential, stick around. So the reason why this is important is because collecting promotion, making more money, having more responsibility and bigger team is no longer enough or fulfilling for most leaders. Working 15 or 18 hours a day, being really caught in what we just mentioned as the rat race is no longer enough. There's a moment where a leader or an entrepreneur will start to grow resentment, won't really be happy with their peers, with how other people are performing, with how other people have been promoted. And there's going to be the breaking point where you as a leader decide just to leave. And often more than not, because it's really highly charged, it's never often in great terms. But guess what? More often than not, we find a new job, we start really red hot off the gate, and we replicate the same over and over and over again. Now, as a leader, that might not be your case, but you may be able to identify someone in your team having the similar patterns. Versus being able to take action into a new company or into your company with the support of everyone else, versus having a team and people around you, sharing your vision and doing the heavy lifting for you, and versus truly contributing to something bigger, feeling like you're really achieving something, not only for yourself or not only for your boss or making more money to shareholders, but really because there's something bigger here that we're all part of. And what's interesting is, for years, we've all been conditioned from a very young age and even at university around what it means to be professional. If we look at our professional side here, because I believe there's two sides, and that's where, the genius lies. But the first is the professional side, and it's all around your capabilities. It's all around how you deliver project on time, your experience, and, ticking the boxes, because we love ticking the boxes as leader. Basically, in a nutshell, it's about how well you do your job, simply. Now, the other side, which a lot of people are scared of never really venturing, is actually your spiritual side. And we're not talking religion here whatsoever, okay? It's 2021. So we're talking more about finding who you truly are. Extracting what I call your unique leadership superpower that really makes you. We're talking about connecting, with your real values and bringing your whole self to work. And again, in a nutshell, if on your professional side it was all about how well you do your job, on your spiritual side, it is all about how do you show up, or how well you show up, or also how do you decide to travel this earth. Now, on one side, if you really entirely dedicated to your professional side, what will happen is you will become more and more disconnected, not only from yourself, but from others. And you will see that there are going to be confusion happening. There's going to be a lot of frustration bottling up. There's going to be distrust, emerging, and a lot of resistance. However, if you really start to balance your professional and your spiritual side, you will find yourself becoming more connected to who you are and the people around you, being more in tune with what's happening. And you'll feel that everything is fueled by action, by belief, by trust around you, with the people that work with you. And more importantly, you'll see the evidence showing up that this is working. Now you might say, well, how do I do that? And, of course, there's plenty we can do, but I want to share with you that how powerful this is. And let's just listen to a couple of clients that have gone through the program and just hear what they have to say.
I like the transparency and honesty of this program, and for me it has energized me because I feel like I can be my true self at work now, which is great, and I can definitely see the difference in a lot of people who are really stepping up and taking that ownership and also owning their true self to be honest in the workplace as well, which I love.
And that work actually is extremely powerful. It can be done at a team level with leaders one-on-one. And I usually do this work as well with board members and directors. And it's fascinating because people, it's as if they found a new breath of fresh air. You know, they found a new light, they found a new meaning that, you know, was there, and their impact just, you know, expands like there is no tomorrow. But more importantly, what's interesting is, now the next step for you would be, well, I mean, you can contact me if you're ready and we can explore, you know, about getting you on board more. But as a leader on a daily basis, more about, okay, what are those two sides mean to me? Take the list and look at the professional and look at the spiritual, list down, you know, all the different things we've spoken about and write around it. What does it mean for you? Do you understand? How do you make sense of it? Do you have any story around it? Do you have any limitation? And start that journey to become more familiar, to understand that you can no longer just bring your professional side into life. It has to be a balance between the two, because the world we're living in, our environment, is actually asking more from us nowadays than 10 years ago, 15, 20, 30 years ago. And the way we were leading, the way we were managing, the way we were showing up as a leader has completely changed. You can no longer only bring in your professional side to the table. You have to bring your whole self, and that is a fine balance between, you know, how well you do your job and how you show up. Again, I want to read about all your thoughts and your thinking around this. Please write in the comments, and I wish you a fantastic week.